Everybody in America hates facts. They hate the fact that they hate hearing about themselves. Okay? Let me tell you this. White people, they don't want to hear about Black Lives Matter. They don't want to hear it. Okay? And black people, they don't want to hear Black Lives Matter. You know why? Because they're still killing black lives. So nobody cares. Like, you can march and scream and hoot and holler and do all that shit you want. But until other black people stop killing other black people and you guys can smoke a blunt and just chill, we can't smoke a blunt and just chill with white people because they're not going to let us at that table because we look like monkeys to them. If you don't like the truth, then I'm sorry, I apologize, but somebody's got to be real with you. Right now, all we got to do is just turn our shoulder, turn our cheek to some things, man. Like, I understand, like, when they're being real fucked up and say some fucked up shit. I had a dude at work at my job. He came up to me and said, "You shouldn't be driving the car that you drive." Now, had I fucking got mad and just said, "What the fuck you talking about, spazzing out?" I would have never got nowhere. I would have never had the joy of slapping him in his motherfucking face verbally. So what I did was I allowed him to say what he had to say. He's a 65-year-old white man. He's mad at me because I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying the reason why he's mad at me is because I can get up and go to work whenever I want to. I pull up in a Porsche. I'm 33, 32 at the time. I'm pulling up in a Porsche. That's something he would never get the opportunity to drive. And if he wanted to, he could, but he can't because he adopted fucking 2 kids, teenage kids at 60-something. That was his fault. That's your stupidity. I'm sorry. Just because I'm being smart about my lifestyle don't mean that I'm a fucking dumbass. So, he said, "You shouldn't be driving the car you drive." I said, "Okay." Now, I could have went and snapped on him, but I just kept on letting him talk. He said, "At your age, you should be buying a house." Blah, blah, blah. I said, "Yo, you're right. You are right. Thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. Because you know what? The military pays for my car. They pay for my gas. They pay for my insurance. They pay for everything. I don't know if I want to stay in Connecticut. So minding all your business would not be a problem right now." And he hasn't said a word to me since. Be politically correct with what you say. How you respond is the type of character you are at that moment in time. That's not truly how I really feel. That's not truly how, but I know that I want to keep $30 an hour in my life. So I'm going to make sure I say what I got to say to make sure that he can't get offended about me saying, "Fuck you," choking him, whatever. But I know I'm a big black dude. I'm aware that every day that I step out of my room, out of these doors, that I'm a big black dude. I'm 6 foot. I'm above average. I'm 220 something pounds straight muscle, like a lot of muscle, like, you know what I mean? Like, the last thing you can do in life and make it be successful is lie to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. A lot of black people of color love to lie to themselves. They love to believe that they could be driving the Benz that they really can't fucking drive, or they should be wearing the Louis Vuitton that they really shouldn't be fucking wearing, because they should be trying to get their kids in better clothes and making them live in better schools and stuff like that. A lot of black people of color don't have common fucking sense because they want to flash for people who don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't understand it. I've never understood it in my life. Like, the reason why I even drive the car that I drive is because my mother gave me an opportunity to get that car, and I was taking over the payments, and that was still $11K. I know a lot of motherfuckers who can't do what I do. You know what I mean? They're afraid to do what I do. They hood as hell. They street as hell. But then when I say go join the military, change your life, you can make sure your kids don't have to join. Shit like that. Make sure generations are good. They can't do that. They're not willing to do that because they're fucking afraid to sacrifice, because they got a flash on the niggas that they've known all their lives across the street that don't have nothing. Why? I don't have a reason to flex on nobody who doesn't have more than me. Equal or greater than.